Welcome to EdLink Study Abroad YouTube channel. If you are planning to study abroad or you're already in the university, then you need to hear this because today we are going to talk about the biggest mistakes that international students make. And trust me, avoiding these could completely transform your study abroad journey. So joining us today we have Ilya Menzies, EdLink's advising faculty. She has traveled and studied across the world, navigating through new cultures ever so often and learning some tough lessons along the way. Welcome, Ilya.
Thanks. I'm excited to be here and to discuss some of the big mistakes I see students making all the time and wish they knew before they landed in the country.
Alright, let's jump in. The first big mistake. A lot of students underestimate the cost of living. Why do you think it's such a big problem?
This is a huge one. A lot of students tend to focus just on the cost of their tuition, and the real shock comes when they realize how expensive the cost of living is. Rent, groceries, transportation, even small things like laundry, it all adds up.
So they should know beforehand.
Yeah, before moving you should know your budget and you should research the cost of living for your city of choice, otherwise you're courting trouble.
Oh, that makes so much sense and actually brings me to the next mistake. Students generally assume that they can easily land a part-time job to manage their living expenses. How realistic is that?
It's really not realistic. It's a lot trickier than it seems. Some students think they can get off the plane, walk into a store and get a job, but it's really not that simple. Some countries have restrictions on student visas. Added to that is the competition for jobs, especially in student-heavy cities.
So what's the best thing to do?
Start searching early. You can get on LinkedIn, go to career fairs, look on university job boards. If you wait until you're desperately in need of a job, you're too late.
Wow, that's eye-opening. Now let's switch gears. Another mistake. Are students sticking to their own community? And do you reckon it's a bad idea?
Look, it's natural for students to gravitate towards people like themselves, but if you do this, you're limiting your experience. Studying abroad is about exploring different cultures, and universities have so many clubs, activities, and events that you can go to. Although it might be scary at first, you should put yourself out there.
Is there an example or an experience that you would like to share?
Yeah, when I was in university, I joined different clubs, even a rowing club, which I had never rowed before. And I started my own club, and because of that, I, even 10 years later, out of university, have so many friends I'm still connected with.
Oh, that's such a great advice. But on the other hand, there are some students who go all in on the social scene and completely neglect their studies. What's your take on this?
Everybody does this. They go to university for the fun, for the social life, and then their studies start lagging. But in Western countries, universities do not chase you down. You have to be responsible for your own handing in of assignments on time. This is your responsibility. And so what you should do is you should start early and you should make a schedule. You should make set reminders for yourself so that you can submit everything on time. Treat your studies, as a full-time job. Remember, balance is the key.
Speaking of balance, let's talk about mental health. There are a lot of students who struggle with homesickness and culture shock, but they don't talk about it. What do you recommend?
This is one of the biggest things that students tend to overlook. It's exciting to move overseas, but it can also be very isolating. Even if you move from Bhopal to Delhi, it's natural to feel some level of homesickness, right? But students don't share these things because they think they have to tough it out themselves.
Oh yes, that's such an important point. Now before we wrap up, what's that one final mistake that international students should absolutely avoid?
Yes, that's a good question. Not preparing for the future is a big mistake. A lot of students tend to wait till the final year to look into internships, post-study visas, and job opportunities. But by then the deadlines are short and it's running too late. My advice would be to start early. From day one, start building your network with alumni, looking for visa opportunities and job opportunities. The earlier you start, the better off you'll be.
This is gold. Let's do a quick recap. Budget smartly, start job hunting early, step out of your comfort zone, take care of mental health, stay on top of your academics, and plan ahead for your future. Ilya, this has been incredibly insightful. Any last words for the students watching this?
Yes, studying abroad एक बहुत गजब का learning experience है, but only if you make the most of it. Be proactive, stay open-minded, or help मांगने से बिल्कुल भी नहीं डरो. And the most importantly, enjoy the journey.
Okay, love that. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being here and taking out your precious time for us. So, study abroad aspirants, अगर आपको ये वीडियो beneficial लगा, तो hit our like, share and subscribe button ताकि हम ऐसे वीडियोस आपके लिए और बनाते रहें. And for more study abroad tips, drop your biggest concerns in the comments below and we will answer them for you. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye bye.